Hello everyone, welcome back to Mad About Cards and Crafts. Today I'm participating in the 7 Kids Craft October release hop and giveaway. My card is a slimline card and it will be featuring the Frosty Fairies. But first let me show you the new products. We are starting with the Gift of Love, which is this cute little angel holding a banner. Next, we have the Gift of Joy, which is the trumpet, and it has little musical notes. And finally, we have the Gift of Peace. Next, we have the Halloween Kids, which will go with the other stamp sets in the series, so the Pizza Parlor and the Ice Cream Parlor as the bases. This is Santa's Helper. And finally, we have the Frosty Fairies, and this is the set I'm working with. So I'm also using from Whimsy Stamp this marquee die, a slimline die. And the pattern paper that I'm using comes from Cat Scrappiness. It is a Cozy Christmas. I am going to take a couple pieces of that pattern paper. They coordinate beautifully, and I am going to cut them out. I wanted the centers of the marquee to have different paper, so I just cut it twice. So now I have another set that I can use on a different card. I am going to start by stamping the middle cutout using VersaFine Black Onyx ink, and the sentiment says, "Wishing you fairy cheer and frosty kisses." I stamped my images onto a piece of Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock using Gina K Designs amalgam ink, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of coloring. So the colors that I'm using for the snowman, the snowballs, the baby snowman is going to be BG 15 will be the darker and BG 11, and then I will bring in my colorless blender and I will blend that all out. While I have a moment and I'm doing a little bit of coloring, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the giveaway. So this time Kelly is giving away the Spooktacular stamp set from Whimsy. The giveaway is open from today until October 16th, and on October 19th, I will announce the winner. You will have 1 week to claim your prize, and Kelly will mail that prize out to you. I've moved on to the squirrel, and for the squirrel, I'm using some of my E70 markers. So I'm using E70, E71, and E74. The E74 I will use in the center of that tail. I do some shading just under his neck to the right side of his face, underneath his arms where his legs meet. It's a very tiny little image, so incredibly cute. I just love this stamp set. And so it doesn't take a whole lot of coloring. For the bunnies, I'm using my W markers. I use W5 as my darkest, W3 as my mid-tone, and W1 as the light. So I will go in and put in my shadows first, then I will use my mid-tone and blend that out. I'll leave some white space and I will go over it a second time. And on the second time is when I will add the W1. For the hats, I didn't really show the hats, so I did use the W1 on the little fluffy ends, and then I used R27, 29, and my deepest tone was R59. For the coat, I decided to go back with those E70 markers, so I'm using E74, E77, and E79. And I'm going to put my shadows on the back side of her arm, underneath where the scarf is, where the fold of the coat is, underneath the arm to visually your right. And then I will blend that out with the E77 and come back in with an E74 to finish that off. So all of these stamp sets are available in the 7 Kids Craft Store. I will have these products listed in the description box below, as well as links to the products. As you know, I do receive a small commission when you click on some of the links that are in my box, so it really does help with my channel. If you're a new subscriber, which I've had several new subscribers lately, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoy these new stamp sets from 7 Kids. If you haven't seen any of the previous releases, I will link them at the end of this video. There'll be a couple clickable links that you can use to check out some of the coordinating stamp sets that Kelly has released in her store. This is an ongoing collection, so the Christmas Kids also go with the Halloween Kids and back to school, and then the fairies. She has several in this fairy collection set. They're all absolutely adorable. For the hat, I decided that I was going to bring in E23 and E25. I wanted to do it just a little bit lighter, and I will also do the boots in the same color. And finally, for the band of the hat, I'm going to go a little bit lighter. And then for the top of the boots, I wanted to make them look a little bit like Uggs. And so I'm using E50, 53, and E55. And I just wanted to remind you that this is a hop. So for every stop on the hop, each comment that you leave, that is an entry into the giveaway. The way that the giveaway works is each channel will draw from random comment picker, and there will be 5 finalists, and those 5 finalists will be in the final draw for the Whimsy Spooktacular stamp set. So make sure that you stop at every stop on the hop and leave a comment for a better chance to win. The full hop link will be listed, as I said, in the description box, as well as the next person in the link for me. And we always appreciate all the support that we get on these hops. It's really fun to see what everybody has created with these new stamp sets. I'm going to use those same BG markers for the wings. So I'm using the BG11 and the BG15. I tried to keep the color combination pretty neutral, pretty consistent throughout. So just the browns and the blues and a little bit of gray. I thought that it went really well with the paper. This Cozy Christmas has, let's see here, 12 different patterns. It is double-sided, and they are measuring their slim lines, so they measure 8 3/4 by 4, and I believe that there are 24 sheets in the collection. I am coloring with my skin tones. One of my combinations that I like, I'm using E11 as my shadow, E2, and then I come in with E00. And then I will add a little bit of the E4 to her cheeks. And when I add that E4, I will come back in with the E00 and blend that out. And that just gives a little bit of contrast. I do not show the coloring of her legs or her arms. And there's where I'm adding just that little bit of rosiness to her cheeks. I'll blend that out, and then I will also use that same E4 to add a little rosiness to the adult snowman's cheeks. Now, I could have put a Santa hat, excuse my dog, I could have put a Santa hat on the snowman, but I chose not to. I chose just to use it for the baby snowman. But and I also did not blend out. Once I put that E4 on the snowman's cheeks, I didn't blend that out at all. I left it as is. Then I will take these stamps over to my brother's Scan and Cut, and I will cut them out so that I can start adding them to my card. The final card base is going to be 8 3/4 by 3 3/4. I did use a piece of Nina Solar White 110 pound cardstock. The marquee die is popped up with foam tape, so when I'm gluing these little fairy images and critters down, I am going to put foam tape on the inside so that they don't crease at all. Here we go. And then the snowballs I will lay flat. So I'll show you here in just a moment that I am going to turn this over, and I'll add some 1/4-inch foam tape to the right side of the fairy, to the left side of that snowman, a little bit to the top of the head of the baby snowman. And that will just give it a little bit more stability. And then that's pretty much going to be my card for today. I hope that you enjoyed this card. This is my son's wedding weekend, so I apologize. I am like down to the wire trying to get everything done. As you watch this video, my son, he will be getting married. So he's getting married on October 10th. We're super excited. We have rehearsal dinner today and rehearsal, and I'm trying to get this voiceover done. So I just thank you so much for bearing with me, and I hope that you at least enjoyed this card. Let me know in the comment box below, what is your favorite Christmas image? Do you like Santas? Do you like manger scenes, nativity scenes? Do you like little critters? What are your favorite images to create Christmas cards with? I would absolutely love to know that. Please don't forget to head over to 7 Kids Craft over at Kelly's store. She has lots of fun new releases, and if you head over to the 7 Kids Create page, Kelly does have contests. She is having a tag exchange this month, and if you purchase any of these images or anything from her store, she absolutely loves to see what you create. So make sure that you do post to that page. I'm adding a little bit of stickles. I added some crystal stickles and some diamond stickles. I did have to add some stickles to the top of the fairy girl's hat because my scan and cut the little ball off. And as I said, that will be my card for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hopping. And until next time, I hope that you have a fabulous day.